How's it going, everyone? Kane Stay here. Welcome back to an episode of Collector's Zone Haul. I've got a good pile today. I've got some comics and some goodies, so let's get to it. Alrighty, the first one, this was a highly requested one by Mike and Chris at the comic shop. It's coffin bound. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but it's by Image. I'm a bit of a fan for Image, and you know, it sort of looks like my kind of art style in a way, and yeah, hopefully it's good. They haven't disappointed me. Every comic they've recommended, because they know exactly what me and Luke are into, and they've all been like, thumbs up. Oh, nice. I almost forgot about this comic. Issue 5 of Sharky the Bounty Hunter. This I recommend. Still going strong. Issue 64 of Harley Quinn. That looks really sick. Like always, I always forget, because it's so long until the next issue comes out. It's like, I'm not even going to pretend to know. I just don't. It's really bad when you can't remember a comic it shows that you're just like, are you interested though? But, I mean, issue 64, I might as well keep going. I've got a bit of a record now. Alrighty, next up, Red Sonja issue 7. That's a nice cover right there. And I made a mistake. I think it was the last episode or the episode before that. It was Red Sonja issue 2, Birth of the She-Devil, and I said it was a variant. I made a mistake. I completely forgot there's actually another series running, and I did have issue 1 of the She-Devil, so there's 2 series going on at the moment. I felt quite dumb, because as I was reading it, I thought I'd just check it, because when I read board comics, I thought I just always double check to make sure it's not a random issue, and I realised, hang on, this is completely different, and it finally realised. Oh, I've been looking forward to this one. Red Sonja and Vampirella meets Betty and Veronica. I'm really excited for this one. It's probably my favourite at the moment, and yeah, I wish they'd pump them out quicker. Alright, another one I recommend every time. Issue 5 of Obey Me. I'm really enjoying this one. I nearly missed this one, but Mike, he pulled it out and he said, oh, did you want to grab this one as well? Because I know you're a big Punisher fan. Punisher Kill Crew. It looks really cool. I don't know how I missed it. Because, yeah, I'm a huge Punisher fan. It's just, I think what it is, it's just so many Marvel stuff. It's so, how would I put it? It's like a cluster bomb, you know, there's like all these different issues, and then like things that I do, like the Punisher, it always gets lost in the pile. This one really caught my eye. Space Bandits issue 2. They've had no issue 1, but I said to them, I'll read it and just order me issue 1, because if I'm not understanding the comic, probably because I haven't read issue 1, so hopefully it's a good read. I love when the cover catches me, I got attracted to it, and then I hope it's a good story. That's the problem with me, unfortunately. There's so many comics that I've bought that have a really nice cover, and then I read it and it's like, oh god, this is shit. Alrighty, I recommend this one to Mike, and he absolutely loved it, and I thought, brilliant, I finally got someone, I recommended a comic and someone absolutely loved it. Issue 2 of Reaver. This is a really good comic. Apart from Vampirella and Red Sonja and Hack and all that, they're always my number one, but holy crap, is this good. I was comparing it to Game of Thrones and Dungeons and Dragons, but Mike, he's the one I recommended and he loved it. He did a better sort of comparison. It's like Suicide Squad in medieval times, and I went, yes, it is. It's a group of misfits, they're in prison, in medieval times, and I'll try and explain the first issue without saying too much. Basically, something happens with one guy, he's a coward, he ran away from battle, and now he's locked up. He'd rather kill himself than die on the battlefield. So then it ends up happening, the king, if I remember, he's basically rounding up these people, and they're all sort of like killers, murderers, killers and murderers, same topic. And he basically says, you're free to go, but you got to defeat my guards. And so they're basically trying to break free, and all that stuff. It's really good. Oh, really good. Give it a read. Sticking on to the Punisher. Issue 14, still going strong. I tell you, I'm reading this one, and I forget I've got the Punisher Max books, and I've read one book. I really loved it. I keep forgetting I got the books, and every time I go to the comic shop, I go, oh, Max, and I'm like, oh, no, I've already got it, duh. Another recommended by Mike, Absolute Carnage. He said this one was really good, and, I forgot, again. Punisher and Venom I've been really sort of sticking to. There's a lot of, I'm a bit, with Marvel and DC at the moment, a lot of it's just really trash, but he said, go for it, it's really good, recommended. A lot of recommendations in this episode. Alrighty, onto the goodies, or goodie, I should say. Alright, sorry for that little jump scare. It's Jason Voorhees. You gotta have a good jump scare with his classic tune and all that. Yeah, I got a Jason Voorhees from Freddy vs. Jason. My favourite form of Jason. Hang on, I'll show you this first before I ramble on. Really cool. And my favourite mask as well. Just made him look really awesome. So, yeah, I know Freddy vs. Jason's not everyone's cup of tea, because I'm not sure why. I remember seeing some people that they just didn't really like it. It didn't feel like, like a campy, cheesy horror movie in a way, but it was probably the first movie I ever watched with Jason, or Freddy, actually. It was 2004, I think, when we finally watched the first movie with Jason or Freddy, because we weren't sort of into the horror movies at the time. I think the only horror movies that me and Luke ever watched growing up was Jaws, which was by accident. Our uncle watched it and didn't think to shoo me and Luke away. We were like 5 at the time, and we had bloody nightmares. And there was another one. I suppose you could count Jurassic Park. I mean, there was some. I mean, I was like 3, and the scene with the raptor and the glass and made me really scared. I had to hide behind the couch. And there was another one. Alien Resurrection. We never saw the other movies, and Alien Resurrection was a bad movie to sort of start on. But basically, what I'm saying is, we never actually watched like slasher horror movies. It was just, our mum was very, you're not watching it, too scary. And the first time we saw one was 2004. We hired Freddy vs. Jason. I remember we had a mate sleep over, and holy crap, we were like, oh, this is awesome, this is really cool. And it wasn't until I started... No, then we watched Nightmare on Elm Street in 2005. It was Halloween, and they had the first 3 movies on Foxtel, so we marathoned that. And then we were familiar with Freddy Krueger. And I finally sat down and watched all the Friday the 13th movies. See, we watched Jason X 2005, and that was a... I won't get into it, unfortunately. But yeah, I finally settled down and finally got to watching the Friday the 13th series, and Jason Voorhees became one of my favourite horror slasher, movie characters, and my favourite version of him. And I was really happy because Comic-Con 2014? 13? I forget which one it was. We met Ken Kazinga, the guy who plays Jason in Freddy vs. Jason, and he was awesome. And we met Robert Englund as well. He was awesome as well. Oh, they were probably the 2 stars for us that year. They were just so awesome. We had a group picture with them. They were really into it and all that stuff, and got them to sign it. So, yeah, I met Ken Kazinga, and I was like, dude, you're my favourite, Jason Voorhees. You're awesome, and I wish I had this figure so I could sign it, because we don't have Comic-Con anymore. I mean, we've got Supernova and all that, but I heard a lot of bad things about that. A lot of people from work, they've gone there, and it's like not really organised. And yeah, I hope I get to see him again so I can get him to sign it, because it's a really nice figure. The NECA figures are really awesome. I was going to open it, but he looks pretty cool in the box. My holiday's coming up really soon, the big one. If I can get it so, over there where it's sort of displaying, it's just going to be so awesome. I mean, he's even got the flame for when his machete's on fire. That's really awesome. So, yeah, it's a really cool collectible. You can tell I'm really happy to have it because I've been rambling on for like 10 minutes. And that's it for this Collector Zone haul. Thank you all for watching and sticking through a little bit of story time with, the history of getting into a horror slasher movie. And thank you for watching. I'll see you later.